Hey there, Stampers! Today I have a really fun, cute little box that I want to show you how to make. And this particular box is just made out of a half sheet of cardstock. I can't remember where I learned how to make this, but it is so quick and so easy and really good to make for any sort of occasion. So first of all, before we talk about the box, we're going to talk about what I put inside my box. And I just have this here was inside. So this particular little box will fit 3 or 4 little treat-sized chocolate bars. So in mine I just have these Hershey bars. And I got these in a Halloween treat assortment. I just snailed them together so they were in a little stack like this so they would stay. I wrapped a piece of the Autumn Designer Series paper around it, and then I tied a piece of Hello Honey ribbon, and that will just sit right inside your box. Okay, so let's talk about the box. Starts with a half sheet of cardstock, so 5.5 by 8.5. And then you're going to want to score your cardstock. So you're going to score it at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5, and 6 3/4 inches. Then you're going to turn your cardstock and you're going to score it at 1.5 and then at 4. Okay, so you've got your piece all scored then, and then you just need to make some cuts. So all 4 corners get cut off because we don't need them. And then you make cuts here and here. Okay, and you end up with a piece that looks like this. You can see I have the cuts made there, and then again at the bottom. Okay, so for our purposes, I'm just going to bring my little box back. You can see that I've made sort of a plaid design. I thought that was super cute for fall. Kind of reminds me of a scarecrow. So to do that, I used the Work of Art stamp set. And when I first saw this stamp set, this right here just screamed plaid at me. It makes it super easy to make plaid and stripes that are just really, really fun. So let me show you how I did that. I have my stamp already mounted on my block, and I'm using the H block for that, and I have some crumb cake cardstock. So I have crumb cake cardstock, and crumb cake ink. Okay, so let's open that up, and I'm going to flip this over because I've already started. So you can see I've just inked up my stamp and I just stamp it along. You can see on these long parts here, you can see a little break there and there. So the stamp is not long enough to go all the way across. So I just did part here and then part here. Okay, and did the same thing. This, there's only one stamp there because that's going to be the bottom of the box. And I thought the bottom, you know, needed something. So I stamped that. And then again, just repeat all the way along. So I'm doing now these ones. So I do 2. This little piece right here is going to get covered up. So it kind of doesn't matter what that piece looks like, which is why they're kind of overlapping and all funny. So I'm going to ink up my stamp. Okay, and just going to continue on. Alright, and you can see, I've tried to plan it so that where these stamps join here, there's going to be a long piece going this way, so it kind of covers in that little hole. Okay, so this makes super cute plaid, as you can see. Lots of fun. I'm going to tip this way. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit more like that, and like that. Okay, so it's all stamped and ready to go. Just going to set that aside. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is fold it on all the score lines, which is fairly simple. You want to make sure when you're making a box that you crease along your score lines really, really well, and that just ensures that you have a nice square box, so it has the right shape. Okay, and you can see how this box will come together really quickly. So I have my Tombow adhesive. This is my adhesive of choice when I'm making any sort of a box. Okay, let's give it a tap and get the glue down. So I'm going to start by gluing this part right here, and it gets completely covered. Okay, and then this is going to go like this. Sorry, that was kind of a weird angle. There we go. So you have something that looks like that. And then I'm going to glue on here. And same thing, just across like that. Okay, and then we're going to just repeat on the other side. So I like to sort of unfold everything. This one's going to get some glue. Oh my goodness, my Tombow is kind of getting all over everything here. Okay, so this one's going to go in first, like so. And then glue on here. Okay, and just fold that over like that. Okay, I'm put the lid on this before I get glue everywhere. So that's your basic box. That's how it goes together. Pretty quick and simple. And then to finish mine off, I'm going to bring in my sample here so you can see. I just punched a little oval here. So the punch that I used for that is this one here, 3/4 by 15/16, the little small oval. Okay, and I really just eyeballed it. I used my plaid and I just punched it like that. I made sure my one line was kind of in the middle. I'm going to stick this over this glue here so I don't stick my hand in it. There we go. Alright, and then the same thing on the other side. I didn't worry too much if they didn't quite line up together. So I did that, and then you can see on my box, I just sponged around the edges and I used Cajun Craze to sponge around the edges like that. Okay, so let's talk about the tag. The tag is really quite a simple tag. I used the scallop tag topper punch, this one here, to do the top. Now my tag is less than 2 inches. So remember that this punch is 2 inches along here. My tag is less than that, so I made sure that I just slid it right up in the middle. I believe it's 1 3/4 inches. And then I pulled out my favorite fall set of the year, For All Things. Okay, and since this was a gift for my downline, I used this Grateful for You, and I stamped it with the Cajun Craze just right there. Okay, I added some washi tape, and then I pulled out the Autumn Wooden Elements, which I absolutely love. So I put one of the leaves, I finished it with a little button, and you can see there's a little teeny tiny little banner here. In my drawer I found some scraps of old olive, and they had actually been embossed. I don't know if you can see that with the chevron embossing folder. So clearly I had an idea and that didn't come to fruition. So they worked great to make a little banner on the side of the tag. And then I just tied it shut with some linen thread. So let me just show you really quick how these chocolate bars fit inside. They do fit this way. Okay. And there's actually room for one more, you can see right in there. I chose to just stick them in like this, like so, and again, I could have stuck one more in, but there was 3 different kinds in the package, so 3 is what happened. So just like that, and then like I said, it gets tied with the linen thread on the top, so you can see it makes a really super cute little gift. It would be adorable as a little place setting for a table as well. And one more quick thing you notice on my sample, I did round the corners at the top here. I just thought that it was just cuter rounded like that. So there you go, cute little box made out of a half sheet of cardstock. I'm just going to bring back my little measurements here so you can remember it's 5.5 by 8.5 is what we started with. You scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5, and 6 3/4. You want to then turn your cardstock. You're going to score it at 1.5 and 4, and then you just make some cuts. The 4 corners get cut off, and then these 2 get cut. And then you fold it up to make yourself a super cute little box. If you like what you see and you'd like to get a Stampin' Up! Catalog and you're Canadian, please contact me or visit my blog for more ideas. Happy stampin'!